and gentlemen, I go by the name Samuel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel today. And guys, if you never subscribe, share this video, let other people learn. Like I told you before, Call It Reality YouTube channel is for sharing ideas among ourselves, for discussion. And comment section is very open. You can comment whatever you want to know or whatever you want us to share more light on, or whatever you want to give us as an ideas that we can talk about. That you can see it's affecting a lot of people. So together we can conquer some certain unnecessary problem that we are battling with that doesn't supposed to be so. So thanks guys. I saw a lot of on my Instagram page, I saw a lot of DM like keep it up, whatever like that. Encouragement at times, hustling and clapping. Understand what I mean? So now today we're gonna last time we discussed about family background check. What is family? What happened in the family? How can we avoid that? But today we want to learn a little bit. We want to talk about a little bit how to trace your step out of family deep problems, because like I said the last time, that every family have their own issue. Every family have their own problem. Whatever it is because you don't close to them. It's because you are not in their circle. That is why you don't know that there's something they are battling with in their family, in their family circle, in the family lineage. So every family have its own problem. But now there are some critical problems we need to, deal with. We need to find out how can we identify them. At which stage are we start? Do we need to be panicking now? At which stage do we need to be cautious now? So we're gonna be dealing with that today, which is how to trace your step out of family deep problem, how to identify your family problem generally. Because like I said last time, there's some family they don't get work, there are some family they don't get married, there are some family their problem is not marriage, but they will get inside the marriage and they will get out of the marriage. There are some that the men doesn't even propose them. If you think that is a lie, you must go and make your research. There are some family that they just need, if a man call them, they won a jackpot. Before a man can propose with a ring for them, is a hell of job. So how to start knowing which stage do you need to start getting worried before then you start have to take in some precaution. Don't go anywhere. I'm here right here. Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back. Yes, the first thing that I have to say, the first advice I have to give, I think I get this, I got this on Facebook, and but a lot of people comment about it, but the point is that I have to share, because guys, there's nothing wrong with marrying somebody that have kids. I mean, for me, relationship is all about rest of mind. It's not does he have kid or doesn't have kid. No. Wherever you have rest of mind, go with that person. There's nothing wrong with marrying somebody that have one kid, marry somebody that have two kids, because at the end of the day, all these kids, they're gonna grow up and go their way. So it's gonna leave. It's gonna be the problem is gonna be between you and the woman. So if the woman is giving you happiness, my friend, 80 years forever is very long. If you think you're gonna die easily and you don't die easily, you have to grow old together. And you know what it is? Happiness goes a long way. It's not something you can buy with money. Your money can't buy anything when it comes to happiness. So you have to look for happiness in that relationship before you say, you get two kids, I can't marry. No. I've got a lot of people that I knew personally that they can't have kids for each other, but they stay in that relationship because of happiness. Or some people, the wife have already have a baby, but men now, when he's with the men, they can't have kids. The wife is busy saying, you know what, go and take another wife. The husband say, I can't. Because the happiness you are getting from that relationship, it testifies a lot of things, and the men end up adopting that child. You understand what I mean? So it's happiness and rest of mind goes a long way, because any relationship that there's no happiness there, anything can happen. within short period of time, and one of them just, pass away, and there's nothing can happen. So a lot of relationship is in there suffering, whatever like that, because my child is there, and you see a lot of people having a child relationship 3, 4, 5, and they walk out of it because the heat there, they can't stay where it is. So today, according to what we are trying to say here, like, number one, guys, when you have a child with someone, make sure you know a little things about that person, a little background check about that person, because at times the child doesn't have a problem from beginning. When the child is growing up is when they start developing some problem that is a normal problem in their father's family, and you've already took away the child from there. Then you're busy battling to what you don't know. So it's just giving yourself unnecessary headache. So introduce the child to the father house, or if the father run away, at least during your courtship, make sure you find out 2 or 3 things about the child, so at least you will know at this stage when things are happen. Make sure you even know the brother, the sister. Like kids, if you disappear, you can still contact some of the family member, because a lot of problem is there that people doesn't really know, and is killing a lot of people. You understand what I mean? So, guys, that is my opinion about that. There's nothing wrong in marrying 2 or somebody that have 2 or 1 or 3 child. As long as you find happiness there, is the most important thing. Those are the things you can buy with money. So today we're gonna categorize how to trace your step out of deep family problem into 3. Number 1, before you can have a child, there's always a father side, there's always a mother side. You understand? And there's always another thing that you can say is self cause issue. The problem you create for yourself. So when you check the father side, there's nothing wrong like that there. You check the mother side, there's nothing wrong like that there. Then check yourself. There's something wrong with yourself. So those are the things that I can just say. Number 1, the father side. What is happening in the father side? If the father side is perfectly okay, then cross over to the mother side. When the mother side is perfectly okay, then check the people that you mingle with. How do you live your life? So we're gonna take a lot of example. Let's say from your father's side, they are getting married. From your mother's side, marriage is very expensive for them. Then you might be lucky enough to inherit from your father's side, which you are going to get married. You understand? But you have to be careful in that relationship, because you are not 100% sitting. Because number 1, from your mother's side, they don't get married. From your father's side, they are getting married. So your father's side blood can get you married and might not get you stay in that relationship because of your mother side problem. I don't know, maybe I'm making any point here. I don't know how to explain. There's a lot of things this here, but I don't know how to put it down, guys. So every problem have 2 sides. Is it the problem from your father's side or the problem from your mother's side? Okay, let me take an example right now. Maybe from your father's side, they are very educated. You're right. And when they finish school, they don't get a job. From your mother's side, they are also very educated. When they finish school, they get a job. They always get a job. They have the lucky job. Now, this is you. Finish your education, graduate, looking for job. And here, the first year you didn't get, the second year you didn't get, check back to your background check. That means you are taking your blood from your father's side. Then you have to act fast. So either you want to pray, or you want to look why they're not getting job, or you just have to go and meet your father. Get some fact about it. There will be somebody in that family that break the yoke already, that is working perfectly. So you need to work on yourself, because the problem now is not yourself. The problem is the problem from your father's side. So when you go deeper to whatever happening in both sides of the family, trust me, you're gonna get where your problem come from. But let's say, for example, if from your father's side they are getting married easily, from your mother's side they are getting married easily, but you having a relationship problem, then you must understand something. Check your ego, check your pride, check people you roll with, and or is that how you check your husband, your boyfriend? Are they married? Is the parent married? Okay, let me use my language, my culture as an example. Olden days, when people want to get married, basically our parents get married for them. Then, no, their parents get married for them. Like they target the family. They can say, "I want you to marry from this family." Why? They don't look at the monetary value. They don't look at the richness of the value. They look at the rest of mind, the happiness, the love they share in that family before they can allow you to get married in that family. But there are some certain circumstances, immediately you just say, "Mama, I want to marry from this family." They can go and bring a wife for you immediately. That not when I'm alive. It's because they've already viewed that family that if at all, if you marry, at the end of the day, your marriage will collapse because they've already seen a series of stuff, which is we don't have opportunity to have that. We don't have that opportunity these nowadays because we just go out, check the body side, V shape, curve shape, the next available thing, check a little bit of character, but we don't check the background of the family, the next available thing. We enter the relationship within short period of time. It collapsed. Then we start crying up and down. Not that just because we don't check the background is what doesn't let us know. Because at one point in time, whatever that is happening for the in the family will also affect if it doesn't take care. Maybe you get what I'm trying to say. But if everything is okay in the family, and you still having problem in your relationship, then check yourself. Especially if you've already dated like 3 or 4 people, and out of the 4 you dated, you dump. You think they are idiots. You think they don't have sense. You think they always take you for granted. 3 of them get married. Then check yourself. There's a problem with you. So. And another thing that I can say, another example that I can say in time of how to save your stress of family problem, to trace your feet out of family problem, where you have to be known now that there's a problem. When there's a particular family that they are very educated but they are not getting job, you're gonna finish your education, you're gonna do everything. At the end of the day, your problem will kill to where you're gonna get job. That's where you have to be more prayerful about everything you want to do. That's where you have to be extremely cautious when you are done with school, because your school, a lot of people have been finishing school in your family but they didn't get job. So the point now is you just finish school. You must know at that point of entry is where your problem is. You have to be extremely careful. That is where you have to leave some certain things that you're way before. You have to be punctual because you never know why, except you just sit down and verify it on your own. Okay, this brother finished school, he doesn't get job. This one finished, he's getting get job. Then what am I going to do? I want to have job. It's a self-determination, but you have to find out the error before you can decide that, no, you know what? I accept. I'm not going to get job. So it's not something like you can just decide that it's not going to happen to me. I have to get job. No, you have to find out why I did not get a job. Then at least if you want to pray, your prayer must have a direction, like I always say. Because most of the thing we are praying for is not the matter of prayer. It's the matter of self-determination. Find out and take a precaution of it. You can't be having a headache and you go and be using another medication for running stomach. It's not going to work. It's word and opposite. So everything that we need before you or go and be spending a lot of, your prayer must have a direction. And what I notice about some things these days, some people that doesn't stay in relationship, that fall out of relationship, is nothing. It's just a character. It's not that your family is having problem of not staying in their relationship. It just polish your character. That's all. When you do that, and you pray, so help me God, you are done. But the moment you are still claiming right, you are still doing this, it's not gonna work out. Just it's a lot of family have a lot of family problems. So I can't say this is the one in your family. You have to sit down. What is the issue in my family? If you are not person-metric, maybe by the time you are like grade 10, you're always getting pregnant. Avoid having boyfriend or avoid unprotected sex during the time when you are start from grade 8 to grade 12. When you can avoid that, you are fine. But the moment you want to be catching fun, just it's gonna get to your turn. It's just all those things that normally happens within a mistake. Seconds. It's not normal. For me, whatever that is happening, that is sequence. Like you want to identify what's wrong. Your brother have it, your sister have it, your father. When you verify your father, there are some family they even accept now that stroke or severe headache. Yes, severe headache is their family problem. No, it's not your family problem. There's a particular thing that is causing that severe headache. You need to find out. Sit down on your own. Make a research on your. Why are they having severe headache at this particular age? And there's some family that they don't clock 50 years, 45. There are some families they don't clock 60, 55. Between 55 to 60, they have to pack up and die. Find out what is causing it. Then, simple precaution, or if you are even praying for yourself, it's gonna be okay. So just sit down on your own, check your family issue, know that, okay, this is what normally happens to my family. Then at which stage, at which level do they normally have this problem? Then when you know at which level they have problem, that is the time you have to take a maximum precaution. So it won't happen for you. Because mind you, everything have duration. Everything have duration. That problem might serve them for 2 years. That problem might serve them for 3 years. That problem might just be only 6 months. So if you can take a precaution in that duration of time, when you pass it, you escape already. And that's the end of it. You know, some family, they say, hey, none of us have ever buy Benz in our life. None of us have ever buy car. In this family, back home, I heard one story one time like that no, the grandfather, look at the family, there is no, they go to school at the end of the day, nothing happened. Nobody can even boast that I have a lot of money or that I made it out to real world. Then the grandfather now said, you know what, my grandchild, I want you to do me a favor. Not yourself. You're gonna get rich. I want you to get rich. So use me for money ritual. Then the son cried out that no, this is what I heard, that I'm panicking, whatever. The thing is, the grandfather have already saw the generation, witness everything that no, you know what? Instead of this generation to continue like this, let me have a solution. But that's not a perfect solution. You just have to sit down. Why are we not? At which point does it start? So there's a lot of family like that today crying up and down, but they don't know what to do. You know, when your eyes is very patient, you're going to see your nose perfectly. So we need to be patient. Don't let the noise discourage you. Sit down. Think about your life. What is the problem of my family? If you can answer that yourself. Check your mother's side. If it's clean, check your father's side. If it's clean, then check yourself. Whichever one of them that is having a loophole, then go and check why is it like that in that place. If it's your father's side, check. If it's your mother's side, check. Why is it like that in that space? Then if you can get why, then what is the reason for you not to conclude and take a precaution, take a pee? You know? Take the medication that is going to cure it. Any sickness that you know have a cure. So any problem that you identify got a solution. So it's very deep topic, but it's not something that I can discuss. It's something that I can just give you the guideline, then you go and discuss it within yourself. What is the problem of my family? Why am I going through this? Are some of my family members go through this? Or is just me only? Or why is it? Because Let me take it as an example. Let me take a tree that have taproot as an example, like last week that I said that. Okay, everybody feed from the taproot in the family, right? Now, the taproot got its way up, right? Now there's another sub taproot. It doesn't dip like that one, but they find their way to go and be feeding in another place, fetching water from another place to be feeding another tree, another branches up. There's a pipe. This is this. This is it. This is the person that I link with in the family. This is the person that I'm. Mind you, they still having same ancestors. You understand what I mean? Now, if the main taproot is supplying the water that is not fine, most of the people will be affected. If the subroot that went out of the family circle to go and fetch another water from another place, get bad water there, part of the tree or the fruit up is going to have a problem. But if all of them are fine, the fruit, everything will become fine. You know, today, most of our self-causes that where our family background is, we don't want to stay there. We just want to go and be doing our own thing without even identify where we're coming from. At the end of the day, we're going to be having problem. Then we're going to be touching witchcraft. We're going to be saying, no, this is the person that is witching me. And it's the woman next door that doesn't want me to get married. It's the father. Some of the things doesn't make sense. Listen, a curse is just laid down. Okay, what did, I'm a Christian anyway. So there's a man they call Jabez in that side of the Bible. The first thing that this man do is, what is the meaning of Jabez? Why did they name it there? Then he try as much as possible to see is the son of sorrow. Then he changed the name. But how can you identify? How will you know that you have to change the name if you don't know the meaning of the name they gave you? So why did my mother name him this? Then he trace back. Then he get a lot of fact about it. Then is when he can change it. It's not everything that you just have to be crying, be sweating. It's going to become a noise. So that's the thing. Just try as much as possible. Sit down. Like I said last time, there's a lot of tree in a desert that they are doing fine. And there's a lot of tree next to the water in the loamy soil. And they are getting dry. They are getting fallout. Not because they don't see water to drink. The water is fine, the land is fine, but they are still drying. They are still lack of growth. It's because the way they fit around them is not conducive. As much as there's no way you can detach yourself from the family or the family problem, but there's a way you can filter your way out of that. When you filter your way out, congratulations. Then it's going to be like, no, what is he using? Hey, he's using our destiny. Hey, no, he filter his way out of the problem because why? He or she identified the problem and solve it. Then it's become his own benefit. And immediately you solve it, your child is going to benefit from it. Your great-grandchild is going to benefit from it. That is why you will see, there's a family that, you know, it's my uncle. They are rich. But your own side, they are not. It's not because of your uncle doesn't use your destiny. It's because your uncle filter his own way out of it because he noticed the problem in the family. So when you can give yourself time, pay the time yourself, and sit down, then identify what is wrong in your family. My friend, your problem is very little to solve. Your problem is very little to solve. For example, 4 or 5 people dated you and they dump you or you dump them, whatever it is. At the end of the day, 3 out of the 5 got married and they are staying with and he or she is staying with the family. Very perfect. There's something wrong with you. You have to check yourself now. Instead of saying those people has come, you have to check yourself. It's very important. Check yourself. Give yourself time. Sit down and figure out exactly what is wrong with you. Not everything. You have to go. I have to go for therapy. There are people that are having problems that want to be talking to you. You know, I'm poor, you are poor, you want me to be advising you. And at the same time, another thing that I notice that doesn't allow us to discover our problem in this life is because of all these motivational speakers. I didn't say they are not nice, but you have to look at your size. You have to look at your size before somebody start motivating you. There's some people that you can take a motivational word from. Sorry to say, just for an example, it's like you are going to school, you are studying nursing, and you are taking motivational speech from Sodwa or Bantu. I don't know how does it goes. So we need to figure out, you can't be dressing like Nicki Minaj and you want to be like Oprah Winfrey. It's not gonna work. You can't be, it's two different things. You are in the location, you are from the poor background, you are taking advice from the person that they are rich, and they are giving you unnecessary courage. It's not gonna work. Look for somebody that starts from that type of background and grow up. It can lead you. Not somebody that is there already. No, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So you have to look at the person that is giving you advice before you start taking the advice, or else you are going to be acting like you are idiot. No, you can't be, as a woman, you want to be taking advice. You are taking advice from people that have like 10 millions in their account, and when you don't even have 5,000 in your account, but you want to be taking advice from them. Don't be submissive for men because men has come. You are hearing those one from your mouth, and the person that is feeding you, you want to be reacting what you heard. You will eat magunya in the morning, in the night, in the evening. I'm not saying you should become slave in relationship, but there are some tolerance both men and women are taking. Both men and women are taking those tolerance, but because they've already heard that no, to hell with those people, the next available to you want to be saying the same thing. Check your pocket, check your background, check what you are battling with. You are not battling with the same thing. You are not fighting the same war. So guys, comment below what you see, what you want to talk about, because a lot of people, those messages that I'm getting on my DM is a message for relationship. It's not a message for this type of topic. So I'm going to be dealing with them when I get to that space. But next time, we're going to be talking about environmental discovery. The family discovery is not something that I can lie to you. I can give you some details, but I can go deeper because my family is different from your family. So you are the one that can sit down, identify what is going on in your family, identify what are you going to do next, identify how to solve your own problem, not therapists. There's nothing, therapists can do some, therapy can do some, but the main aspect of one, you have a lot of job to do on your own. Thank you guys for viewing this. Share it, comment, and subscribe. That is the most important thing, Subscribe and turn on the notification. Then we're gonna discuss and have fun here in this channel. Somewhere. Sign out. Thank you.